What's up, Jamers? It's the One Jam, and we're back with some more AI-generated magic cards, but today is special. We're cranking up the creativity all the way up to create the craziest magic cards possible, and it all starts right now. First up is Oxida Beastmaster, 3-mana, 3/2 green card Elephant Shaman. When Oxida Beastmaster enters the battlefield, the target creature gets +2/+2 till end of turn. I mean, a 3-mana 2/2 that buffs up something else by 2 is pretty strong. No keywords on this one, though. It stirs, and the flesh on its skin turns the way of ivory. I don't know. I think I'd have to rate this. I think I have to rate this like a 2 out of 5. Not too powerful of a card. All right, we have Mind Awakening here. Whoa, did they just change the name to Flight 1? Alright, we have Flight 1, which is a 4-mana 2/2 flying, 1 in a blue, sacrifice Flight 1, target creature loses flying till end of turn. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's a human pirate, makes other things lose flying. It's a weird way to say reach, but okay. That's pretty interesting. It tells a good joke. A flaming carpet the crew had made when they took off from Pala Thur didn't quite touch the ocean. Well, that sentence didn't quite make sense, but hey. This card, I guess 4 mana is too expensive, right? If it was 3 mana, it would be pretty good. I'm going to give this like a 1.5 out of 5. Their creativity is next level, though. This card's pretty fun. Next up is Guided Visitation. It is a 4 and a blue for an instant. Target player draws a card. Alright. Come on, creativity. You gotta... We're on max creativity here, as you can see. This creativity is all the way up. And we're getting 5 mana instant draw card? Whoa. I mean, at this point, I'm going to target my opponent to draw a card after that one. That's a negative 5 out of 5. When a demon draws a Shikari, everyone in the outf census of the Heart Tide relied on the pattern of fear. The grimacing hand, drawn almost before the moment, suddenly holding a dead gaze. Alright, we're just going to try the next card because, like, wow, 5 mana for an instant? Give me a break. Strike the Blow. 3 mana instant. This spell costs 2 less to cast if you control a commander. Destroy an artifact. Oh. I mean, I'm a sucker for cards that cost less mana than they usually cost. 3 mana. But it's 1 mana to destroy an artifact. I wish it did a little bit more than destroy an artifact. What if it said, like, destroy 2 artifacts? Or, like, up to 2? That would be really cool. 1 mana to destroy an artifact is still pretty strong. My Oath is my shield. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. I like this card. Alright, selem, fetidochi, Infectious Thoughts, Dinosaur Whisperer. It has 0 mana, so the only way that you can cast it is off of, like, cascading or something weird. Something that says cast it without paying its mana cost. That is a Dinosaur Whisperer. Exile the top card of your library as a 2/3. Alright, someone in the comments come up with some broken combo with this. There's got to be some kind of Thassa's Oracle nonsense with this. Make a bunch of copies of this. Cast this for free. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Make infinite copies of this to keep exiling the top card of your library. Thassa's Oracle for game. I don't know. I'll leave it to someone else to think about that. But for now, it's just going to be a 2 out of 5 for creativity's sake. But it doesn't have any flavor text as well, so... I mean, come up with some flavor text for me. Put it in the comments. What's your flavor text for selem fetidochi Infectious Thoughts as a Dinosaur Whisperer? Let me know. Alright, Hollowhorn Innkeeper is a 4-mana 2/2 human shaman. When it enters the battlefield, exile a card from a graveyard. Okay. Morph for 3. 2 and a green. You may cast it face down as a 2/2 for 3. Turn it face up anytime for its morph cost. Okay. This card is pretty bad. I'm going to give this a 1 out of 5. In times of chaos, the right way to go is the left. I'm going to upgrade this, actually. I'm going to upgrade this to a 2 out of 5. The flavor text. Next up is Dark Passage. It's a 1 and a black for an instant. Exile target creature or planeswalker. Its controller creates a 1/1 black zombie creature token. Wow. This card is really good. I mean, its controller making a 1/1 is a little bit weird. The flavor is on point. Like the 1/1 black zombies on the Dark Passage, but you're exiling a creature or planeswalker to give them the 1/1 black zombie that's on the Dark Passage. I mean, that's some massive flavor right there, and it's also a 2-mana instant. Wow, okay, it's like Infernal Grasp, but better. I mean, it does give them a 1/1, so it's like, if you're using it against an aggro deck in Constructed, then they're getting that 1/1 creature anyway. But the creature you're getting rid of is probably way better than a 1/1 black zombie. I mean, unless your opponent's playing zombies. But wow. I mean, let me know. I mean, this is a 5 out of 5. This is a card. We're gaming with this card. The flavor text is, some terms have been borrowed from African to aid their symbolism. Wow, I mean, this is a crazy card. Let me know what you think about this in the comments for sure. And maybe you all think it's just way worse than me, but I think this is really good. Alright, Triumph of Mortals is a 4-mana instant. Target creature gets -3/-0 till end of turn. Why are they giving me embarrassing cards? Okay, I know it's random, but this is embarrassing. Give me some creativity. Give me some, not 4-mana -3/-0. It doesn't even kill something. It's just like a gust of wind. Goblins and Izzet decided that it was better to be hanged for their insolence than die for their disobedience. Sounds like something Elspeth would say. This is a 0 out of 5. Unfortunate, though. Alright, we have Red Seal Ant Silk Spider. That's a name that we're going for. That's the type of creativity that I like. Red Seal Ant Silk Spider. 3-mana 2/3 reach. No. Give me something better. I mean, it makes sense. I could see this in a draft set. Just a 3-mana 2/3 reacher. Those whose motor remains stinging in their stings never catch more than one spider at a time. It's a 2.5 out of 5 aggressively, average, and medium. Not afraid to have this in your draft deck. Unplayable and constructed. But listen, we gotta have our spiders in the format, right? We're creating a set, we gotta have a spider. Litten Boar is a 2-mana 0/1 insect. Excuse me? Yep, looks like an insect to me. Guess I'll just trust him. Wizards of the Coast, you need to learn what an insect is. 1 and a blue for a 0/1. Pay 1 and a blue to roll a card. Alright, so we're going to teach the boar to do tricks like a dog. We're going to teach it to roll on the ground so we can give it belly rubs. This insect does look like it likes belly rubs, and then it just gives you a card. So I think it's like drawing a card, but it's like you belly rub the boar, but it's an insect. Yeah, you're getting it. I don't know. Let's read the flavor text. After the snow fell, they got closer together, hammered their ships together, and sprayed the crater with acidic fog. That's obvious. I knew they were going to do this. Acidic fog, boars, insects, belly rubs. What's more to love than Litten Boar? Transparent Calling is a 2-mana instant. Counter target creature spell. That spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature you control. What? That's some alchemy cards right there. That is some alchemy nonsense. It's like, if you have this card, your opponent's card in their hand just suddenly costs less before they ever cast it, and then they cast it, and then you can counter it, but it costs less already because you have creatures. Sounds like a mono blue or blue white controlled target card to me, but does sound like it's straight from alchemy. Anyways, flavor text. Your belief, however small, becomes so strong that you will always know exactly what the cephalid receives. Valera. This card is awful, but it makes your opponent's creatures 1 less to cast before they cast it. But this card is what's making their creatures cost 1 less? Well, it's making this spell. It's making their creature spell cost 1 less because it says that spell. I mean, if it said this spell costs 1 less for cast for each creature you control, maybe we can go there. Then it's not necessarily an alchemy card. It is like a really, really good card because if you have a creature, then this is a 1-mana counter target creature spell, which like doesn't really exist outside of Geistlight Snare if you're playing mono blue spirits and you have an aura on your creature already, this card is absolutely bananas if it makes it 1 mana if you control a creature. Let's just go with that. This is a 17 out of 5 if that's the case. Next up is Rise of the Titan, and please have a good effect. Rise of the Titan is such a good name. Please have a good effect. I haven't even read it yet. 2 and a blue for an instant. We're getting there. We're gaming. Exile target creature. Okay. Kind of a good card. Creature card from a graveyard. And a land from a graveyard. Well, it doesn't say up to. So it has to be, there has to be a land in the grave, and a creature in a grave, and another creature on the board. So I would say that it would be really strong in a deck that you already play fetch lands. Like it would be in a format that doesn't, or like a non-rotating format. Like exile a creature from a graveyard, and a land from a graveyard is really freaking strong. As a 3-mana instant in blue, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 just because those conditions have to be met because it doesn't say up to. But this is a power card. Like, it's 3 mana, but it gets rid of 3 things. I mean, the land part isn't that big of a deal, but it does mean that it is a little bit harder to cast. But creature from graveyard and exiling a creature in blue for instant speed is really strong. Somehow I've got myself in a fix. Verdant Lieutenant. Wow. I mean, I really like this card. It requires some deck building things. Like maybe you can put it in like a deck that also mills yourself or something, or discards cards like with Letter Shredder and stuff. So you have creatures in your graveyard because it says a graveyard, not just your opponent's graveyard. So super strong. I like this card. Next up is Eyes of Time. Oh my gosh, so many banger names. Eyes of Time is a 3-mana artifact. About time we have an artifact. Look at this art, too. Why don't I just do these videos every single video? I'm just not going to create any other content. Alright, I still will create other content, but still, I like this. Alright, at the beginning of your upkeep, put a charge counter on Eyes of Time. Sounds like a commander card already. Tap it, sacrifice Eyes of Time. Target player draws a card. Oh no. Alright, 3 mana for an artifact. Wait, so you put a charge counter on this and you don't even get rid of the charge counters. Maybe you can just use this in a deck that utilizes counters just being on other cards and have like a counters card. And this just gets charge counters for no reason. With a pulse too slow, then so quickly it might as well be pulled out of the skin. Yeah, exactly, that's what I thought. Anyways, I'm giving this a solid 0 out of 5. Next up, Perimeter Evasion. 3 mana instant, put target creature on top of its owner's library. Alright, so it's not target spell or creature, so it's just target creature, so it's like a little bit of a worse Aether Gust in a way, even though this is doesn't care if it's like a green or a red card, it cares if it's any creature. Using this on tokens is really strong, because it just gets rid of the token. But putting a creature on top is really strong, because you can just, it doesn't even give your opponent the choice either. So you could just put a random really bad creature on top of their library, and they'll just have to draw that card. It also gets around destruction effects, which is strong. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5, because I can definitely see this card seeing play and constructed. Some beings speak the message of hope and solace to those in distress. Others speak of dissent and revolt. That's solid flavor text right there. That's deep. Anyways, give this a 3 out of 5. Next up is Banner Monster. 5 mana, 3/3 giant, trample. Pay a red, and it gets +1/+0 till end of turn. Alright, well, the fact that it has trample makes it a little bit more playable. I'm going to give this a 1 out of 5, but it could be really freaking strong in draft or something. And I can actually see a card like this being printed in a set. Really overcosted, it's a 3/3 with trample, and you can also give it a lot of power, which really utilizes the trample very well. Looks like some kind of squid. I don't know what the banner monster means out of this. Maybe it's just because it's like huge and it's like holding up a banner or something. Some animals wake to find themselves preyed on by humans. Fair. That's also deep. But yeah, let me know what you think about this card. I'm going to give this a, I don't know. I'm going to give it like a 1 out of 5, but a little bit higher than that for draft if you play draft. Alright, Curator of Judgment. 2 mana, 2/2 human wizard. Oh, we have energy. When Curator of Judgment enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, you may pay 2 energy if you do put 1/1 counter on any creature. Oh my gosh, yes. The flavor text is what goes up must go up. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, this would be in like what? Like a Teamer energy deck? But you can keep pumping something by paying 2 energy, and you get 2 by this entering the battlefield. Alright, I really like this card. I'm going to give us a 3.5 out of 5, because I can see this thing play in an energy deck in like a standard environment, like a Teamer energy shell, but like not good enough to make it to older formats. But I really do like this card. And also, you know, what goes up must go up. Alright, King Sliver. Oh, we have Sliver Queen. What does King Sliver do? It is a 4 mana 2/2, and it buffs all slivers by 1/1. I mean, it could be better. It could have Cascade, but hey, queens are better than kings. So we gotta make the king a little bit worse than the queen. It's a buff. It's a 4 mana sliver. But listen, you can Cascade into it. Alright, Queen lets you Cascade into king. That's where we're gonna go with this. When it wields a spear, the wizards of the first brood obey her. Oh my gosh. It even talks about the queen in the card. Oh, King Sliver. Is there a Sliver King or like Sliver Overlord or something like that? Anyways, this is the actual King Sliver. Deal with it. Next up, Galvanic Force. I get shivers every time I read something with the name of Galvanic. Like Galvanic Iteration has literally given me PTSD. 2 mana instant, exile the X base of your opponent's playstyles. Oh, baby. Oh, I have to stretch for this one. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is an 18 out of 5. Oh, please. I can't even bear I'm not even worthy of playing with this card. Oh my gosh. Exile the X base of your opponent's playstyles. So you play this, and your opponent's playing blue-white control, and they just turn into a mono-red deck. Oh my gosh, you change their playstyle. Your opponent's playing mono-red, and all of a sudden they just stop doing things and try to control the board with their burn spells instead of hitting your face. Oh my gosh, they have to change their playstyle. Your opponent's playing like super mid-rangey, right? Picking their spots and stuff, and all of a sudden they just go ham and just go super aggro. So their opponent has to change their playstyle. Oh, it's so good. And it's the X base too. So it's like, wow, their base playstyle, it's the X base, so they actually have to change playstyles for the rest of the tournament that you're in. Not only that, because it's exile the X base of your opponent's playstyle. So their base playstyle has to like change. Oh, so good. And it's a 2 mana instant. You can't forget about that. Alright, 27 out of 5. Supplies no card with the lowest mana value of the Mephrodros Planeswalkers, no matter how many of those creatures died this turn. Mephrodros Portent. This, my friends, is what you call, I don't know, a Jamer. This is a Jamer card. We are Jaming. Hill Planeshell. Oh my. 3 mana artifact, pay 3 and tap it. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It's an artifact and it doesn't even sacrifice itself? It just is a reanimating machine? Oh my, this is a 5 out of 5. You play this in turn 3, and then on turn 4 you reanimate a creature. But then on turn 5 you reanimate a creature again. And then on turn 6 you do it again. And this never sacrifices. 5 out of 5. This card's insane. Can I play with this? Like tomorrow? Can WotC print this? WotC, if you're listening, Wizards of the Coast, print this card. Print it. It's too expensive. It's clunky. It'll fit with Dominaria, I promise. This card is busted. Please print. Anyways, with the Legacy of Gremlins and the Glorifier of Malice were returned to the battlefield, it gave up all of its silver, glory, and material functions. Oh, baby. I'm playing with this. Life Flare Trap is a 2 mana instant. Destroy target creature with mana value 3 or less. It becomes a 2/2 creature with flying. What? You destroy it, and then I guess they get a 2/2 with flying? Okay, that's awful. Wow, that's like Swan Song, but infinitely worse. I guess you can make your own random tokens into bigger 2/2s. but that's bad. This is definitely a 0 out of 5, even though it is a removal spell, but giving your opponent a creature is very, very bad. Tragedy, I tell you. They're doing the art wrong. The art is insane. A hint to turn a single snowland on a long-held stench always knelt for power. Exactly. Wow, terrible. Alright, for the last card, I have written in here Siege Rhino, because I want to know what max creativity Siege Rhino looks like, so let's freaking give it a spin. Siege Rhino is becoming one of my favorite cards. I did a video on this already. If you haven't checked it out, check out the one video beforehand. Should be the one right before this, but here it is, Siege Rhino. It is a 2 and a red 2/2, and then you can also pay 2 and a red and tap it to deal 1 damage to target creature. Activate only if you control a colorless worm. Alright. Worm Coil Engine. Activate only if you control Worm Coil Engine on the battlefield. This card is bad. It is so bad. They're doing my Siege Rhino dirty. Oh, they are doing my Siege Rhino really dirty. Wow, this is bad. Holy crap. Anyways, make sure to give the video a like if you like the content and you want this video to reach out to more people and help the algorithm. And also give this channel a subscribe if you want to catch more of these videos. There's also another one of these videos right over here, actually, in fact, that you can watch after this. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. And as always, peace.